Hmm. Hi, Michelle. Okay. Look, we got your point. We got your point. And tactical, bro, like you in day one, like don't listen. I saw your I saw your Twitter. It's like don't please don't overdo it. Like I get okay, I get your point. One more of those and it's like troll zone. I I know. Satterfield, shout out. mm, mm. Did he get a double timeout? Listen, listen, Lauren. Keisha told me to tell you every time you every time you hit somebody, you need to put if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Hey, listen, if you can dodge a wrench, you can troll up in here. Yeah, that's awesome. Gary Crump, what's good? Not late night family, midnight family. Charles, that's not true. Kenny Payne said everyone can stay. He didn't push anybody out, Charles. That's a lie. And you're spreading a lie. You're spreading a lie. He did not push DeAndre Davis out. That's a lie. That's a lie. DeAndre Davis said he wanted a fresh start. He wanted a fresh start and wanted to play with his brother. That's a lie. That's just not true. Don't get in this chat spreading lies. Did y'all hear today on Drew Diener when Mark Blakenbaker said Musselman ran up the score because he wanted the job, and then Diener was like, wait a minute. He said, basically, says who he wanted the job. And he was like, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, he said he made calls about the job. Then Drew eventually said, yeah, everybody called about the job because 4 coaches got extensions the minute it was rumored that, listen, the assistant coach up in Illinois got an extension. Bruce Pearl got an extension. 2 other coaches got an extension the moment Louisville's name was rumored. It's not true. No, Musselman had no interest in the Louisville job with his squad. It's a lie. It's a lie. Please do yourself a favor and don't get in here spreading lies. Oh, this is the painful part. This is the painful part. I fucking agree. Yeah, that's just not true. Yeah. Yeah. I could discuss that. I could go down that. Back from Atlantis, listening to me like, well, shit, enjoy it. KPD's talk with the guy. Yeah, that's gonna happen for sure. Wesley Keys in the building. Sorry I didn't give any shout outs, y'all. I just kind of jumped straight into it. Once I catch up, we'll get into the heavy stuff here in a couple seconds. Marcus, I was gonna say that, yeah, I don't think they're gonna dodge any wrench tonight. Has Lauren caught anybody else? No, that DeAndre Davis push out, that was another one of those lies that were put out there. Like Musselman wanted the job. Like, you already build up some anti-Kenny Payne narratives before. Like, listen, Louisville fan that wanted Kenny Payne can be pissed right now looking at his team. But if you were making up narratives before he even had a chance to work with the guys, or, it's like, well, that's put it this way. You can say what you want. You can do what you want. I don't listen to you. I don't give you credibility. I can't go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, hold on. Oh God. Right? Wesley, that's a great Maven style theory. Listen, you can give some time and you can critique. I'm fine with that. I'm fine on that. See, Alicia, nobody remembers Dragon Dre all last season. Nobody remembers they won 12 games. And you know what they said? This team doesn't move. The team's not tough on the inside. Who gets to the basket? Listen, we had three grad transfer guards that were all used to getting to the basket. And you know what they said here? Or you know what they said last year? Mason Faulkner doesn't get to the basket. Jared West doesn't get to the basket. Noah Locke doesn't get to the basket. All they do is want to shoot threes. What did they say about Jalen Withers? All he wants to do is shoot threes. What did they say about Malik Williams? All he wants to do is shoot outside shots. You got the same story last year. That's pretty funny. He said it can't get any worse. Listen, that's okay. But here's the thing. Supporting one coach doesn't mean that you don't have to be against another coach. I understand what you're doing. I feel you, but I don't work like that. Listen, because you know what my life is like? My life is like, only reason Marcus is defending Rick Pitino is because that's his boy and they pay him to say it. You know what they used to say? Marcus is Rick Pitino's shill. Marcus is speaking for Rick Pitino. The only this recruiting is pathetic. Rick Pitino's recruiting, he's getting Cal is recruiting circles around Rick Pitino, and Marcus is telling us some fucking asshole named Jordan Nwora is supposed to be good. Marcus, Jordan Nwora, he's a 4-star out of Buffalo, New York. He sucks. Why are you just trying to blindly defend Rick Pitino? Marcus, what is the school paying you to defend Rick Pitino? Marcus, the only reason you defend this coach is because this. Marcus, why are you defending Bobby Petrino? He needs to put Lamar Jackson at wide receiver, and he needs to start what's my quarterback's name? The white dude. What's his name? What was my quarterback's name? When Lamar Jackson and him went back and forth. Marcus Maben thinks Reggie Bonifant can make an NFL roster. Oh God! Who does he? Who at the school does he work for? Everybody knows Lamar Jackson needs to be at wide receiver if he wants to have any future. And Bobby Petrino, oh my God, what does he think to do? Oh God! Every single year, every single new coach, you get accused of working for. You'll have 3 great seasons, then you have a bad season. See, I told you. Shit. Red State. I want y'all to see this. Red State. You want to know why the floor is slick? Red State? Because you're on a beach. Red State, you're on an island of all beach. Do you know how much sand? Like, obviously you have. Have you been to a beach? Have you opened your clothes after going to a beach? Yes, you shook out your towel a couple times. Yes, you waved out your clothes. Sand gets everywhere. Dust, the island sand gets everywhere. You can wipe that floor with the wet rag. That shit's going to be slippery immediately. Microparticle, you're on an eye. Do y'all ever notice when they open the side door? Next game you watch, when we play Cincinnati, watch when they open that side door. They got doors in every corner. When they open the doors, you know what you see? Direct sunlight. Okay? Do you know what that means? That means the door is like fucking 10 yards away from the court. You can come into the door. You got to halfway come on the court to get up in the stands. You got to walk right past the floor. Every time you open that door, breeze, warm, tropical, dusty breeze comes into the Maui gym. That's why it looks slippery. Sorry for my language tonight, y'all. We're going to get to the good stuff. We're going to get to the serious stuff. Fabio represented himself well. It ain't fun. Did they actually literally quit? Austin, you gonna upgrade me on some music or some graphics or something? Austin, we need to upgrade the channel a little bit. We got more people in here, more supporters. Hold on. Yeah, like, are you comparing Kenny Payne's first head coaching month to Rick Pitino's 35-year Hall of Fame career in the first month? Jesus Lord. In a total new age, Rick Pitino could choke a player in practice and get away with it. In the early days. Hey, y'all, screenshot this. Collision Course is posting up in Lexington this Saturday, 741 South Limestone Game Watch Tailgate. Screenshot this. If you're interested in going to Lexington at all, screenshot this right now. Hold on. Now you can screenshot. Terrence, in a rebuild, you don't sit around and play zone. You don't sit around and play zone in a rebuild. If you don't have the players, cool. If you don't have the speed, cool. You have to be able to play man-to-man defense in the sport of basketball. High school, college, okay. If you want a coach who's only worried about wins, you can schedule all bums and not play in the Maui and not play good teams, not play any good teams. What's the first thing they said? KP, before the season started, KP, are you going to play Penny? Hell no. We're not ready for that. KP, are you going to play Indiana? Hell no. We're not ready for that. He said that. The first thing he said. But point being, hold on. Yeah, Terrence, I'm not jumping on you. You can't sit around and bait. That's babying them. Listen, if your guys are giving you the effort and you need a tactical move, okay, Arkansas, y'all bringing the effort, y'all bringing the intensity. Okay, my guy, we need to throw something at Arkansas to get them off balance a little bit. Now we can do a couple minutes of zone. But if y'all out there and you're not fucking playing hard and nobody's going to the basket and everybody's avoiding contact and you're letting them just physically manhandle you, I'm not going zone. How else do I find out who has personal pride? This is not the kind of team that you give crutches to. You gotta earn that kind of thing. You gotta earn systems. Like you gotta show. Listen, even under Coach Crum, listen, you don't touch a basketball, and this is back then. You didn't touch a basketball till you earned the right through your working, your condition work. You got to earn the right to go zone. You got to show me you're mature enough to play hard man to man before I let you play zone. Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? Listen. Satterfield, go give me this win. Touching you, what could be from sweet Caroline? Fuck you, Kate. Times never seemed so good. So good, so good, so good. I really cried. Fuck you, Kate. You believe they never would. Satterfield, let me play that this weekend. I want to be able to play that Saturday night. I want to play that Saturday night. I can handle that. It is. Listen, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time harping on this, but I'm telling y'all, if y'all won't acknowledge, if let's just say y'all were a family member. Y'all were the family member of one of the players. Okay? So imagine, and I'm just random. This is random. Imagine if I'll use Jalen Withers. I know he can handle this. He knows I love him. Imagine if you're Jalen Withers' uncle or aunt, and you said, "Hey, man, this Chris Mack system ain't for you, man. You should be a 2-guard, blah blah blah." Right? But you turn the ball over a lot. You fall down a lot. You know, the best you played under Mack's system is when you were playing against centers and you were going around them and getting buckets on the inside. So you're Jalen's uncle or aunt, and you tell him the Chris Mack system ain't for you, Jalen. So Jalen starts shutting down. Then Pegues is the coach. This is your opportunity. Then you say Pegues he ain't that guy. Then he shuts it down. Then you put another coach in, and then you're the uncle or aunt and says, "Oh, well, Kenny Payne, he should be playing zone, or Kenny Payne should be doing this, or Kenny Payne." What do you think that does to a kid? What do you think that does to a child's psyche? Every time they adversity, coaches are getting switched. It was bad. It was bad. Listen, and again, you're talking to somebody who got wasted. I got wasted by some teams. And I know some of these teams weren't just more talented than us. but you got wasted. Once you start getting blamed, listen, y'all. Once it was announced that Denny Crum would not be returning, everybody started reading. Nobody cared anymore. So I lived through this. Once they started blaming Crum for everything, I saw players that were good at first, but once Crum was gone, or once the fans started blaming Crum, I saw players on my team that were good, and then they started playing like shit. I lived through it. So I'm telling you, I know the difference between quitting on a coach and a coach, and a coach not having a good game plan or something. I know what it looks like. I know what fan distraction and fan sentiment starts looking like. The more y'all bang on Kenny Payne publicly, the more y'all bang on him, the more of a quitter y'all are raising. Now listen, critique is wonderful. Fan critique is wonderful, but y'all know the difference now. Y'all know the difference between fan narrative. You use narratives to prove that he's not a good coach. You critique to say, okay, we got to get better here. We got to get better there. But if you're already trying to go from 0 to 100, when you make a sweeping, Jesus, y'all sound like Barkley. Listen, in year one, is it too much to ask to say, we got to get better at this? We got to get better at that. Think about that. In year one, if you make a statement about Kenny Payne or this coaching staff that's about what kind of big picture coach he is, like, well, he can't do, he's got to do this big picture. You're not even critiquing the basketball yet. You're 5 games in. You just said, oh, this thing sucks. We got to blow it up. This is just dumb shit. Critique the game. Tell me they got better here and they got worse here. Okay, let's have a debate on Sidney Curry. Is it the coach's fault that he looks unmotivated? Okay, Marcus, I think that Sidney Curry doesn't believe in Kenny Payne. Okay, that's your opinion. That's fine. And we'll have a discussion about what Kenny Payne has said about working with Sidney Curry. And Marcus will tell you, I went to practice and I said that Sidney Curry is giving up on himself. And until he listen, you can't beat it into a kid to care. What do y'all want to hear? What do y'all want to hear? That Kenny Payne took his scholarship? What do y'all want to see? Y'all want to see y'all want to see Sidney Curry sitting on the bench and Roosevelt Wheeler out there? And then the first time Roosevelt Wheeler makes a mistake, you're like, why isn't Sidney Curry in the game? No, you need to take time to realize Sidney Curry has to get motivated, Sidney Curry has to go get in better shape. And I'm saying better shape physically and mentally. That's a conversation that has that improvement. There's no system in the world that can make Sidney Curry catch a basketball. You know how many loose balls? Like, if guys don't want to rebound, if they don't want to bang in the paint, what are you going to do? Okay, you didn't go for that rebound. Come out, Sidney. Rose is in. Okay, Rose, you didn't go for the rebound. Sidney, go back in. Okay, Jalen Withers didn't go for the rebound. Sidney go in for, Rose go in for Jalen. You do that on the second half of the season at the earliest. You don't start. Listen, when you know you're not a tournament team, or when you really feel you listen, I won't even say that. I'll say you're not a tournament team barring a second half run. You know, like you can get stupid high. Like I'm not punting on anything. But that's not what I do. You can. I know how hard players and coaches work. So I always believe they can turn it around. But yeah, you can, as a fan base, every coach you blame gives a player another route, another move out. Listen? Do you know how many people came up to me and said, "Hey man, if Coach Crum would let you do this, if Coach Crum would let you do that, if Coach Crum, oh man, the game's passing by." It's like, how, when I played my worst, it was when I started listening to that. And that's a lot of these kids. They're looking for an excuse to say it's not me, it's somebody else. It's the inside. Listen, if you blame it all on the big men, it's the big men. It's not the guards. Look, the big men start saying the guards aren't. Listen, you think the big men don't hear when y'all say, "Oh, Ellis is not getting into the paint and dishing and being a facilitator." You think they're not doing that? You think their aunts and uncles and parents aren't saying, "Oh, there's not enough guards to create shots for the big men"? I watched the big men fight a couple times and quit fighting. I watched the guards fight to get into the lane and quit fighting. They found it out. Referees, other team, system. Oh, there's no movement. There's no movement. No, there's movement when y'all want to move. When the movement stops, it's because y'all got lazy. The coaches yelled more, and it didn't work one time. Y'all started quitting on it. I saw it with my own two eyes. Y'all saw it with your own two eyes. If I don't like Kenny Payne, that's not what you saw. You just saw a big picture. The teams quit on Kenny Payne stuff. I thought we were basketball fans. I thought we were basketball, a high IQ fan base. You watch basketball. I still don't think it's going to be historical rough. I don't personally. Oh no, they don't. They don't remember none of the complaints from anybody else. A wrench night. Hold on, let me catch up. No, because he wanted to be a defensive team. He felt JJ could be a great wing defender. He felt Kamari could be a great wing defender. He felt Fabio could be a great defender. Ellis could be a great defender. He wanted to build this team on playing great defense. No, he didn't whip. He went after 3 to 5 guys that he knew were dudes. The rest of the dudes, I might as well develop JJ and Kamari. Y'all hated Jared West. Y'all hated all these grad transfer point guards. Y'all hated Jared West. Y'all hated Noah Locke. Y'all hated Mason Faulkner. Y'all hated Fresh Kimball. Y'all hated Quan Ford. The only grad transfer guard y'all ever even liked was Christian Cunningham. Y'all hated Damian Lee till 3 games before we punted on the tournament. Y'all hated these guys. Y'all hated Carlik Jones before he started balling. Y'all were on Chris Mack.
Carlik Jones guy. He's a transfer from Radford Warriors. And Chris Mack just doesn't have it.
He's dumb. No, I lived through it. Kyle Bolin. I have a terrible memory. That's what I need Steve for. I rely on Steve for every single name. I rely on Steve Rummage for every single name. Kyle Bolin. I lived through it. Not Puma Pass. They hated Rick. I think it was Kyle Bolin, but Will Gardner, that's a fair one. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I was telling Steve today, how can you follow me? And after this game, this is the first time I see your name. How can you follow me? And the only time you have something to say is on okay, so you're on Twitter, on Facebook, on social media. You follow me, you see the night show. You only have a comment when you see something bad. Listen, today fucking sucked. Today against Texas Tech fucking sucked. Top to bottom. It sucked. I'm disappointed totally. I will give a blanket of blame. Listen, coaches, give me more energy every possession. Every single coach, give me more energy per possession. Coaches, get the bench up. We need more energy in every possession. Even if you got to force it until it becomes natural. We need more energy in every possession. Coaches, when you see a matchup of somebody that can get to the paint, we got to get to the paint. Coaches, if y'all want to see me like harp on some shit, the jump stop, the minute we touch down from Maui, we fucking jump stopping in practice. We're fucking jump stopping, and you on the line. If you get into that paint and you travel or you fall down, if you fall down, get on the fucking line. That's enough falling. I went back and watched when Sidney Curry got that steal. Sidney Curry got that steal right before the half of the Arkansas game. He makes a bounce pass to Jalen Withers. It was a little behind Jalen Withers, right? Where Jalen Withers was running full speed. This is real life, people. This is real basketball. Jalen Withers was running full speed because if this pass would have been good, Jalen Withers would have had an opportunity to dunk it. The pass was a little behind Jalen Withers. He's running full speed. He had to reach back. It was a bad pass. You want to know what Jalen Withers did when he reached back like this? He fell on the ground and rolled on his back with his legs up in the air. If somebody throws you a bounce pass that you can't get to, and you fucking fall down and roll on your back with your feet up in the air, and you're telling me that's the coach's fault? You know what? I'll play this game with you. It'll be the coach's fault in late January. If you're going to let him fall on every single play, at some point I'll say, yeah, okay, coach, get that shit under control. He falls way too much. Like I said, you can. I went back and I watched the play, and I'm like, listen, stop being an athlete. If you miss the ball, that's fine. If you try to stop and you reach back and you miss the ball, that's fine. But when you fall down and roll on your back, you know what that said? That said, if I can't get the perfect bounce pass and the dunk, I'm going to fall down and let them do the fucking work. I've done it. I didn't realize I was doing it at the time. But once a coach sits you down and says, you gave up on that, you gave up on your teammates. Y'all remember when Dang Adele used to try to steal the ball? He would try to steal the ball and he would miss it. And it'll be 5-on-4. And listen, if somebody else got a steal, Dang Adele, woo, woo, woo. And you know what? Dang Adele would get the breakout and Dang Adele would dunk it. And the fans would be like, oh, yeah, Dang Adele. And it's like, no, that's a selfish play. Going for that steal is a selfish play. Now, if you listen, if you can time it. But once you start doing it all the time and not getting back into play, you start to notice a pattern. You see that pattern. I know, right? I need to catch up, y'all. Listen. Okay, so I'm kind of answering okay, I'll get to those. Gary Crow, I'm sorry. You know what? Let me catch up because I'm going to take this sip and I'm going to start speaking the truth. Y'all know me. I can't control my tongue after sorry. I hope the kids are asleep. Put your kids to bed right now. Hurry. I'm just finishing my thoughts on the little things that you start to know. You got to clean that up. Okay, y'all want some more coaching? Our entry passes. Our entry pass to the post. Listen, we're mad at our post players. Yes. Our entry passes to the post. We have to do better. Our big men calling for the ball. Listen, I told everybody this story. If I throw you the ball as a big man and you let the defense get around you and knock the ball loose and you fall on the ground, fuck you. I'm not throwing you that ball anymore. I'm not throwing you that ball anymore. Hey, my bad. I felt Mark. Fuck you. Excuse my language. I'm not fucking throwing you that ball anymore. How many times have we seen our big man, we throw him the ball and the ball hits them in the hand and then they fall down or lose it or not be strong? If I was a guard, if I'm Kenny Payne, don't throw him the fucking ball anymore. If you want to score, get a fucking rebound. Get him out the game. But that's later. It's too early for that. It's too early for that. Because I'm giving you the opportunity. You want the ball, Brandon. He threw you the ball. You let the big man knock the ball away. You make him foul you like we did. Roosevelt Wheeler is in the post against Arkansas. The guy has his hand up. They throw the ball at his hand. Roosevelt Wheeler tries to knock it loose. He gets called for a foul. You know what? Because that guy made you go through him to get the ball. And he stood up strong on his feet. How many turnovers do we have on trying to feed the post? If you can't get position on that block, I'm not passing you the ball. I'd rather get 22 points and lose than to throw you that fucking ball because I'm going to be on the bench. This is the real psychology that's going on right now. I don't trust you to throw that ball in the paint because you keep falling. Turnovers get you benched quicker than shots. Just so y'all know, turnovers get you benched. But you know what? Falling down don't get you benched the same way. Falling down gets you benched when they go look at the film. I don't have time for that shit. I don't have time for Davenport to be yelling at the big man for falling, but during the game, he's yelling at me. And now I'm on the bench. And I only played 12 minutes tonight. because you fell or you let the big man get around you. That's what's going on right now with this team. When they talk about trust and trusting each other, I got to trust no matter how I throw this basketball, you're going to do everything possible to catch it. If somebody throw you an alley-oop like Tony Williams, if Tony Williams throws you an alley-oop, you better do your damnedest, even if it's not a good dunk or it's not a dunk at all. Go catch the ball. We have guys who will jump, and if the ball's not right there for them to dunk it, they'll just flop their hands in the air. And you know what everybody will say? Oh, that was a bad pass. No, you could have stopped, jumped and got the ball, came down with it and passed it. But you know what? A selfish play is if the rim is right here and they throw the alley-oop right here, you could stop and go get the alley-oop, but you can't get the dunk. And then you might have to pass it now. This is where we're at. It's hard to break. That shit's hard to break. That's a habit that's hard to break. And listen, these are struggles that are just real. It's nobody's at fault. These are real struggles. All these issues I'm pointing out, Jalen, L, Sydney, I had them. I had them at some point. Rephrase that question. That's funny. What do you mean? Rephrase that. He got to do the right stuff first. But listen, when he gets on the court, he'll be ready. Listen, Kenny Payne is doing what you do with quarterbacks. Y'all have seen it 1,000 times. Good, talented quarterbacks. Some of them go out there, they get punch drunk. Quick. Kenny Payne is making sure Fabio don't get punch drunk. He's going to get him doing all the right things so there's no distractions. He's going to have good habits, good practice habits, good out of practice habits. So when I play you, you won't have any distractions. No, I'm telling you what I see. Kenny Payne left the New York Knicks. Nobody wanted to let him go. James Dolan was like, why would I let you go? He said, no, I got to rebuild this program. I got to get the program back. He left one of the best jobs on the planet to be here, working with JJ Traynor. Yeah, I know. The short term is not fun. Not a lot. Not a lot. I know. I know. Listen, I don't listen. I can handle it. I can handle the shots. Like I can handle the rebuild. Listen, I'm telling, like, I don't care. I know somebody who knows basketball is in there. I know there are 4 people in there who know a lot of fucking basketball. Now, the speed at which they can teach it that's what's going to drive the fans crazy. But okay, who would he played? That's coming. That's coming. Yeah, he had a chip. Turnovers are killing us. We will start substituting based on turnovers. That's coming. Okay. If it regressed today, how many times did you say, okay, we got better, we regressed? Or did you just say we regressed today? That's the point. I've watched them get better in every single game. Took a step back today. We took a step back today. No doubt about it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure I had games that we didn't score. Shit. I probably had some 29-point games for the whole team. Yeah. Yeah, I've been through that. Yes. To answer your question, yes. That definitely be UK. Yeah, I agree with Siva. Get out of social media. If you can't handle it, get out of it. If you don't use it as motivation, get out of it. Oh, the Virginia. Fair enough. Okay, is it stubborn or resolve? Okay, Kenny Payne has been developing players for 30 years. He's literally been developing kids, taking kids from, where they want to be to where they need to be. Like he has a track record of getting kids where they need to be. You don't think he knows Fabio is not ready as a complete player? Okay, put it this way. If you knew a kid could help you win a game, but that wasn't the best thing for the kid's development or the team's long-term success, would you say, I don't care, I'm a fan and I want him to win, I want him to do what I want right now? Repeat. Kenny Payne knows playing Fabio could have helped him win, let's just say, the Appalachian State game. Right? Or no, let's say with the Wright State game, whatever. He knows Fabio could have got us one win, but Fabio's not mature enough to handle that. So you get that Wright State win, and Fabio's doing what he wants to do because he's the man. Hypothetically, before Wright State, hypothetically, y'all know Fabio's my guy. Hypothetically, if Fabio had a good practice, and after the good practice, he didn't go to class, and Kenny Payne says, you ain't go to class after a good practice, how can I trust you to go to class after a good game? So when he doesn't play Fabio and we lose, in your world, Kenny Payne is being stubborn. In his world, he can go to Fabio and say, hey, I need you, but you missing class. I can't play you. So now Fabio goes to class for the rest of his career just so he can play. But the fan just wanted that Wright State win. Defensive focus is the quickest fix, and being tougher around the basket. Listen, we need to get better at post entry. We need to get better at triple threat position being strong. First steps suck, but I don't know if I can fix that. Yeah, it's not quit, but blame. Right. They went 9-17 with 3 top 15 players. That's coming. That's coming. You gotta learn the basics first. Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Look, I'm okay with wondering, is it something? Is it a reason? But I won't even play that game until he starts winning. Oh. KP is a great dude, but the main problem is KP has never been with a great coach or any great coaches to teach him a great system. Tell me I'm wrong. Who has he been a coach under? Denny fucking Crum! I'm going to the kitchen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Tell me I'm wrong. He's never been around any great coaches. Yeah, just one of the best coaches of all. He learned most of his basketball knowledge from Denny Crum. Oh, sorry, neighbors. Sorry about that. Somebody just said that Kenny Payne from Louisville has never been around any great coaches. Sorry. Thought we were better than that. Thought we were better than that. Oh, Jesus Lord. Marcus, you should have canceled. Marcus, you should have just canceled tonight's show. Actually, Actually, Marcus, you should just do like everybody else. Come up with the most negative thing for clickbait. Just clickbait everybody. Stop making it about sports, Marcus. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants to learn, nobody wants to hear about real sports anymore. All they want to do is talk narrative. A bunch of people love to see coaches get fired. Love to see coaches get fired. Love to complain about how their favorite team sucks. That's all they want, Marcus. They want to debate you. They want to debate you. Literally. They want to tell you that Kenny Payne has not been around any great coaches. Kenny Payne is one of the most well-known and respected coaches in college and professional basketball. And somebody says that Kenny Payne hasn't been around any great coaches. Oh, God. I gotta quit. I gotta shut down this channel. I gotta just go in there. Just gotta go to work. Just run a good radio show for 2 hours. Just criticize the coaches, criticize the players, and go home and eat lunch. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. That's all y'all want. Did you think about that before you tweeted that? Before you posted that comment? Or was that your way of saying Cal is the only person he's learned from? So you're gonna put Kenny Payne under Cal and just say that's all he knows. I could go for a lineup change. Yep, that's true. Players only meeting. You got to keep showing them the video of themselves. And you have to let them know this is what the public is seeing. If y'all are so concerned with what the public has to say, show them what they're seeing. That's my solution to kids reading social media. I'll show them a good play, then I'll show them a bad play. And I'll say, okay, look at the bad play. Does that make you mad? Yes. Does that make me mad? Yes. So why shouldn't the fans be mad? I would show Jalen Withers going to the basket and falling on the ground. And I would say, hey, Jalen, that makes me mad. How does that make you feel? When you miss that shot and fall on the ground, and let Jalen Withers say, I got fouled. Okay. You got fouled. You laid on the ground and you argued with the referee. How much time did that take? With you not sprinting back and looking at the ref and complaining to the ref, that was 3 seconds that your team had to cover on defense without you. Right now, listen, game 1 through 5, I can show you. Game 10 through 30, I can bench you. If I bench you right off the bat, then KP just a hater. It's the system. The system ain't right for me. No, I can show you this system works if you don't fall on the ground every time. But he wants them to have some success too. So it's like, okay, when you do listen, this is what happens. When you don't listen, this is what happens. Then you find out who you can keep playing. He's saying the same thing. By only having 6 points in the paint. That's not true. I mean, statistically, yeah. But okay, statistically you can say that now, but yeah, like no, we're gonna be a lot better defensively throughout the year. He doesn't press 24/7 because he doesn't listen. Once he gets a full lineup of players that can play, then you can press. You don't press because what are you going to do? Put L. Ellis on the ball in the press? L. Ellis is the only guy attacking the basket on offense. Now, when Kamari and Mike James get confident and start attacking the basket, and L. Ellis doesn't have to be the only one, then we can start pressing. But when you only have one guy that goes to the basket, you can't press. %100%. 100%. I mean, count how many times Sidney Curry loses the ball. You think they're not practicing on ball security? You should see the way they're slapping and banging on Sidney Curry's hands and everybody else's hands. The players are ready to fight the managers for the way they hit them with the bags and stuff. They're working on all this stuff. Now the jump stop, hey, I'll tell y'all, Marcus Maven's hand to God. This staff needs to practice the jump stop more. I mean, the jump stop, go up, jump high, finish the ball. The jump stop pump fake. The jump stop, you got 1,000 options if you dribble and hop, step, and jump stop. Under control, but strong. Now, that needs to be worked on. Triple threat position. The reason we always step on the line is because we're always on our back foot, trying to pass. We're always trying to pass out on our back foot. If you get forward and lean forward, guys can't press you because you can draw fouls. I would love to have Jarrett West on the team. No, you'll be complaining about Jarrett West not getting to the basket. Listen, you be complaining about Jarrett West not getting to the basket. Yeah, we hated Christian Cunningham for choking against Duke. Thomas, you weren't in my shoes. I don't even remember what it was. I mean, there's tons of No, they loved Damian Lee later on. Damian Lee became a sympathy figure after we lost the tournament. Okay. Okay, well, maybe I'm sorry, y'all. That was a sweeping statement. That's if you just want to win games right now. 1-2-1-1 press will not help them become individual better defenders. Systems only work in games where you have the better talent or not no, I don't mean that. Systems only work in like inferior situations. But when you're rebuilding your program, you don't rebuild on zones. You don't rebuild on zones. Listen, when you're rebuilding a football program, what do? You run the ball. Every coach comes in, they say, we got to run the ball. And you don't care what defense they're in. You say, we need to work on our run. Now, if they got 8 in the box, we should still be able to run. Okay, when we get 9 in the box, it's hard to run, but we should be able to still maybe pop a few. 10 in the box, okay, we can't run. You cannot get better sitting in a 2-3 zone. Y'all seen us in the zone jogging around. They don't play zone aggressive. Zone is when you get in foul trouble. You play zone when you get a player or 3 players are in foul trouble and you want to force the other team to shoot jumpers and hope they miss. That's what a zone is for. When you're rebuilding a program, you say no. Until you commit to stopping somebody, we're not going to be a good program. We switch. Y'all got to learn to talk through switches. I'm not biting at you, but this is a fact. You don't play zone in a rebuild. Hold on. I got a message. I didn't see it. Sorry, y'all. I thought I turned on my notifications. I might accidentally turn them off. Hate slower. Okay, listen, maybe I was harsh, but y'all don't do my job. See, the only people that speak up are the angry people. Positive people, they don't speak up. Positive people do not speak up enough. That's why in my world, all I get is phone calls from fucking haters. People that they don't want to talk about anything good they saw. Arkansas, you don't want to talk about the 30 minutes that was good. You want to talk about the dunk fest. The dunk fest was 8 minutes. I know. But listen, I'm in y'all's situation sometimes. All I hear is the negative. Fair enough. I'll backpedal. Cheers. Trey Lewis would be awesome. Why don't y'all call into the show then if y'all like Damian Lee? Y'all let all these callers call in and hate Damian Lee. And I gotta absorb all that smoke for everybody. And that's you know what? Fuck it. I'm here for it. It's hard, but I'm here for it. The negative fan base that doesn't really mess with the recruit part. Before when they was coming here, they did. I love Chris Jones. That was everybody owes him an apology. It can only get better. Oh God, yeah. Well, you should have spoke up more. mm, mm. When I'm angry, I'll say anything about a staff or a player. No, critique is awesome. They got a good defensive team. Oh no, they forgot that 9-16 before it even started. They were 9-15, and they were saying, but here's the problem. At Kentucky, nobody will talk about a bad season. You won't talk about a bad season on local media. Cal will make a call to ESPN. You won't talk about it there. And as soon as things start getting better, Cal will get. I don't think y'all still realize Cal got a 4-star reclass recruit an announcement on ESPN. That's a rigged. That game is rigged. You were always struggling. No, it wasn't the lowest. KY NASCAR, no, it wasn't the lowest. I've been in here on some shitty nights with you. That wasn't the lowest. It just sucked. It really, really sucked. That wasn't the lowest. Because you know the team is capable of a lot more than that. You know this team is capable of a lot more than what they did today. So I know it wouldn't. If you thought that was them trying their hardest, that would be the lowest. But if you know they just fucking stunk it up, y'all do realize Rick Pitino teams lost by 30 points before. Do y'all realize that? Rick Pitino teams got blown out. Now, yes, they didn't start 0-5 and get blown out. But you know what they didn't have? IARP sanctions and 4 coaches in 3 years and all that other shit. Rick Pitino got wasted by inferior teams. That's pretty funny. I don't like it, but that's funny. I mean, how do you tell your kid to be more aggressive? How do you coach your kid to be more aggressive? You take away his toys and you keep telling him to be more aggressive. Are you asking or do you know? Are you being sarcastic? The players you play with are not press type players yet. Why doesn't KP yell at them? You don't see him yelling the whole. Are you kidding me, Corey? Did you watch the game? You didn't see him yelling at them? He's been yelling the entire time he's been in a tournament. Now, when they gave up, you stop yelling because that don't help. He's been yelling at them. Walls was yelling the whole time. He didn't have a great weekend. Like, what's the point you're trying to make? Walls didn't have a great weekend. But you just want KP to yell like Walls? You should probably rephrase that. Yeah, you can't do anything about that. Yeah, like aggression and ball security. It's like, yeah, we can do some drills, but whatever. Splash in the portal next year. Let's see how he works with the players this year. I agree. I agree with you there. I agree. I agree with that. That's the thing. I don't mind saying they didn't show pride. But when you just say they didn't show pride because Kenny Payne's not the right guy, or they didn't show pride because Kenny Payne's not pushing him hard enough. It's like, no, that's not true. I don't have any problem with saying the extended effort today was unacceptable. It was unacceptable. That's fine. Every Louisville fan, every player, every former player, everybody will tell Kenny Payne right to his face that was unacceptable. That's pretty funny. It's coming. We got one, Mike James. At least make it entertaining. Until everybody starts alley-oop dunking every play. Oh. I'll be front and center when they get back from Maui. When they get back from Maui, they're going to be like, damn, Maven in here again? Maven's in here again. They got 8 o'clock practice. They're going to be like, damn, is Maven in here? Yep. I'm watching practice for an hour. And listen, hey, y'all. And now that I see how open the practices are, I'm going to be like, come on, fellas. Get in your stance. I'm going to be like an assistant coach when they get back from Maui. Listen, y'all. I think I'm going to be done. Listen, after Cincinnati, I'm going to be done with Maui Maven. Look, my summer tan is almost gone, y'all. My summertime tan is almost gone. Maui Maven is that's gone. Oh, shucks. Golly. I hate winter. Okay. My summer tan is almost gone. The Hawaiian shirts are done. There will be no more Maui Maven after we beat Cincinnati. We beat Cincinnati, it's over. Kenny Payne was given a Cadillac with no motor. That's funny. Nobody presses anymore. He runs hard if he scores. That's players. Yeah. Yeah. I listen, I can. Hey, y'all, our defensive rebounding was awesome before today. I agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, he has to get stronger. Listen, Jalen Withers got to be stronger with his legs. I'm going to show video of their players jumping into our player's body and our players avoiding the contact. Listen, Maven, not 93.9 Maven, not Mentor Maven, but just Hooper Maven is like, y'all ain't even drawing fouls. Y'all been playing way too much AAU or what is it? Personal trainer basketball. Personal trainer basketball does not teach you how to jump into somebody's body and get an and one. Personal trainer basketball teaches you how to charge. You end up pushing off, you charge. We have too many personal trainer players. Mm-hmm. KP thought we could be a lot better defensively. It's coming. Which part? They can weed yourself out. It's a fact. Yep. Listen, good film against good teams is priceless. Yep. Listen, I talked to. Can I tell y'all this? Can I tell y'all this? I probably shouldn't tell y'all this, but I'll tell y'all this. You know what? Maybe I won't use names. I talked to the Clarksville delegation today about Brandon. Okay, I'll just leave it there. I talked to the Clarksville delegation about Brandon. Keep in mind, Clarksville loves Brandon Huntley Hatfield. All of Clarksville, they wear the flag of Brandon Huntley Hatfield proud. They plant the flag of Brandon Huntley Hatfield. Clarksville, they rep Brandon Huntley Hatfield. All of Clarksville right now is saying he's not playing hard. He just wants to make it to the league. The entire city of Clarksville is saying he's not rebounding hard. He's not playing hard. He's just trying to stay healthy and get to the league. So, the Louisville fans are mad. Clarksville is hurt. Clarksville, Tennessee, I talked to the whole delegation. They're sad. They're sad because they're like, Brandon, you 6'10". You're not fighting. Brandon was supposed to pick up where Alex Poitras left off. Brandon was supposed to be a better version of Alex Poitras. So, if y'all are mad at Brandon, there's an entire city that's hurt because Brandon, like they expected Brandon. Like we got a history of, hey, no matter what, the Clarksville dudes play hard as fuck. He's the only dude out of Clarksville that's not going real hard. He go hard a couple possessions. So that's not good. Listen, y'all. Mike James is to get ready to take over this team. I saw video. L. Ellis, he want that smoke too. Listen, L. Ellis is a feisty kid, and L. Ellis and Kenny Payne got to get on the same page. But he's a fighter. Chris Mack told you that L. Ellis was one of the most competitive kids. So when you have an uber competitive kid, he can compete against coaches, players, everybody. Everybody's a challenge to L. Ellis. That's the problem with having hyper competitive kids. They think everybody is their enemy. L. Ellis thinks everybody is competition. Chris Mack said he's the most competitive kid that I've ever been around. L. Ellis is competing with the coaches, the fans, the teammates, the game. He's competing with everybody right now. We're working on that. Listen, that'll happen. Because you have a lot of film now. You have a lot of film that you can use now. It's like, listen, your child could lie to you, okay? If you don't have a door camera, you can't catch your child lying. We look in the generation we grew up in, we could sneak out, we could do everything, and your parents could say, "Why was the car moved?" or "Why was this moved?" or "Why was this different?" And you could say, "I don't know," but your parents never had visual evidence of you doing something you wasn't supposed to do because there was no door cams. But now, Ellis, Curry, all these people, we have footage of you not playing hard, falling on the ground, leaving it up to your teammates. We have footage. That's like Amazon door camera. I can see what you did. Sydney, you did not hustle. Jalen, you fell every single time you got bumped. Every single time you got bumped, you fell. JJ Trainer, why would I start you and you let Black just drive right around you and dunk the basketball? Are you scared to get dunked on? That was one of the worst possessions defensively I've seen JJ Trainer play. Don't tell me JJ Trainer is ready to start when he's letting somebody drive around him that easy. Listen, I love the improvement that JJ Trainer has made. It's not starter improvement. Because you have a skill set and these other guys have a skill set, but you have a deficiency. These other guys got deficiency. Your deficiency is not better than theirs. No. No. Matt, nobody remembers that. That takes recovery. Beat Cincy tomorrow. Mind-blowing stat. Beat Cincy tomorrow. Yeah, your defense has to be up front. No, it's terrible. That's bad. That's what a rebuild looks like. Listen, don't ignore, but here, Beaver. The only problem is don't ignore, like when you play Arkansas, don't ignore 30 minutes of hard play and say the whole game was the 10 minutes you didn't play hard. We'll get there. Pride in your defense. Not sprinting back after turnovers is a give up trust issue. Don't. Y'all, is Lauren in here? Lauren's probably asleep. So, okay, so what is your point? See, like, are you trying to drive a good guard narrative? You can be, go look at Houston. You can be a good defensive team with big 6'8" and 6'7" wings. Like, you're trying too hard. Critique the team. Critique the team. Don't just look for narratives. Okay, positionless basketball is on offense. You can listen, positionless basketball on defense, you can do. Everybody should be able to D up. That's a conversation. Hey, Vernon, team captains is a conversation. 100%. Okay, just had to make sure everything's going smooth. I'll play that game. Two hands on the ball, crisper passes. I'll play that game all day long. Yeah, you're allowed to have that opinion, but yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I had to go block somebody. Listen, that's a narrative. That's the narrative you're trying to reach for. Yeah, go look at the go look at the time, go look at the personal development of the players. Okay, okay, what's your point? Okay, everybody, Shan wants to have a comment read. And spell my name right, please. Marquess. It's right there at the bottom. Shan, I'm not reading any more comments till I read your comment. Shan, I will respond to your comment. Write it now. Shan, I fast forwarded through everybody's comment to get your comment. Shan from Facebook, put your comment out here right now. Put your comment here right now. Shan, I'm waiting. I won't acknowledge anyone else's comment until you give me your comment. No. Tell me exactly what I wasn't responding to. I love you too. Give me exactly what you were trying to say. Nobody's dodging anything you're saying. Give me exactly what you were saying. Tell me exactly what you were trying to put on this wall in this chat room. Tell me exactly what you wanted to answer. I will answer it right now. There's 300 people in here at 12 o'clock at night on a Tuesday/Wednesday. Tell me exactly what you want. What's your question? I'm rolling with KB. I'm assuming that's KP, but he's had time to teach them how to play hard. He's teaching them to play hard with other players who don't play hard. Give me your question. So what do you want him to do? You want him to go get what do you want him to do? You want him to go get a bunch of guards like Mason and Noah Locke and Kelvin Sampson is a top 10 team, a top 10 coach. And he said, I don't go get a bunch of grad transfers when I'm building a culture. Some guys in my program got to learn to play the right way. You cannot run a sustainable program by going to get grad transfers every time you don't have something. Do you want to coach a 6'8" wing? Or do you want to get some early wins with a 6'1" wing? Noah Locke was 6'1" and change. When Noah Locke wasn't hitting three-pointers, we got fucking demolished. You'll never be able to stop high-end talent if your wings are 6'1" and 6'2". Never. You know what Kenny Payne said? I'm going to teach my 6'8" and 6'9" wing to D the fuck up. I'm not going to go get a 24-year-old grad transfer just so I can beat Bellarmine and Wright State. Because what happens when we play Kentucky, we get fucked up. Y'all hated taking Chris Mack's teams to Florida State. We just don't have any size. I hate Chris Mack. We don't have any size, guys. Hey, Chris Mack, why don't you recruit bigger guards? We get big guards. It takes time for them to learn to play defense. No, we played Florida State with grad transfers, and we got fucked up playing playing Florida State with grad transfers. Every single year, we got our ass wasted playing Florida State with 6'1" grad transfers. Now we get inexperienced, young, 6'8", 6'9" talent. Ooh, I think you need to go get Marcus. You know you need to go get a grad transfer. I don't care who they are. If they're 6'1" and they're a grad transfer, you get fucking boat raced by Florida State or any team with some size. You live through it for fucking years.